Hey everyone, how are you all? This is your unconventional tarot astrology reader, Nikki, and I am bringing you guys the new moon in Sagittarius, which is happening the 12th of December. So, this is like the last new moon of the year, and after that, we have a full moon in Cancer. But this is a Sagittarius new moon. So we're going to be dealing with all the Sagittarian themes, which is long distance traveling, higher learning, languages, people from different creeds and cultures, race, religion, philosophy, and most important, our views and our feelings about things that are going on into the world. So it's going to be a bit of a not bad, not great. It's just a bit of a mad one because they have this Sagittarius new moon has a conversation. It squares Saturn in Pisces. Sorry, Neptune in Pisces. Sorry, it's 20 degrees. It also trines the North Node in Aries, which is a good one, and it conjuncts Mars. So what this brings is that on one hand, with the square to Neptune, is that we could be feeling out of all sorts. We could be feeling that something is wrong, but we're not really sure. Emotionally, we could be very much up and down. Neptune is such a deceptive planet. You just never know. It feels very much like, oh my God, it's amazing, it's a dream. And you find that it's actually not. Neptune has got some brilliance with it in terms of the astrology, you could say tarot, definitely creativity, but it's also quite deceitful. There could be lies, manipulation. There could be just underground crazy things going on. And none of us are going to be not immune to it. We're all going to be seeing it. We can all feel it. We have to be very mindful of what we're picking up, what we're hearing. It could be subject to gossip, scandal. Even us ourselves could be the subject of that too. Be mindful of who we surround ourselves with. Be mindful of what we're listening to. Be mindful of what we're watching. But on the other hand, with the trine, with the conjunction to Mars, it gives us a lot of drive and energy. It can cause us to crash and burn. It gives us energy to, really take care of ourselves, fitness-wise, towards our goals as well. A lot of us will definitely be pursuing our goals because this is a new moon. It's a brand new time to be. Cause I love Sagittarius new moons, even if it's like a harshness that's going on. I really love them. I also feel, excuse me, I'm actually making something while I'm talking to you guys. I also feel that with any, especially Sagittarius new moons, is that it feels, it's like we're wishing really much on a star into being more positive, ready for the new year. Until 6 months' time, we have a full moon in Sagittarius, what actually happened 6 months before. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so it's like whatever we're thinking of, it can be expanded. I also feel, especially during the Sagittarius season, that, and even with this new moon, regardless of what's happening, is that it's very highly manifestation time because Sagittarius is such a spiritual sign because of the Jupiter, influence, like Pisces. So with the Mars conjunction, I feel that it's like whatever you put your mind to, it can be done. We just have to be mindful. We just don't overstretch ourselves. And this will be a time where there can be some drama and arguments when it comes to parties, when it comes to our relationships. We can put our foot in it. Sagittarius can be very preachy, so there might be a lot of preaching going on, like this is my way, you're wrong. There can be some discrimination going on. It can be to do with race, it could be to do with religion, it could be to do with all those themes, which is not the, which is actually the shadow side of Sagittarius. We can see a lot more of that happening. We can see a lot more robust emotions coming forth. It can be violent as well. The trine to the North Node, it shows us where our destiny lies. It shows us where our path is. It actually is a nice trine to Aries, because it rules, Sagittarius rules, is the 5th house to Sagittarius. So, you know, with that being said, I think it's great. And also with the Neptune square, in order for us to, you know, head towards our goals, it is great that some of us could actually be doing some spiritual work, creative work. You know, some of us, you know, keeping our heads down, try not to get too caught up in what's going on, because some of the things that we're hearing and seeing, it may not be real. So it's really great to like double fact check on what you're, you know, what you're hearing and seeing. Be mindful of what we're saying as well, because we can all put our foot in it. But again, some of us could actually see the light now. We could see, oh, this is where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm meant to be heading. This is how I can grow my business. This is how I can, you know, grow. You know, it's like the possibilities really are endless. Opportunities are everywhere. So when we come to like the card for this, it's a 12th. So that's like that's a Neptune card. It is a Neptune card. It's the Hangman. So it is about being suspense in like the future and the past. And because it's a Neptune card, whenever we see the Hangman, it's never an easy card to have. We could feel very stuck. We could feel very, some of us can feel quite depressed. Some of us can feel like, you know, nothing is moving. Some of us may not want to do anything. But essentially, I feel that a lot of us need to listen to our intuition, because it can really guide us really well. Again, we can be deceiving ourselves as well. But if we try to listen to as much as possible what's going on within, we can get a lot of guidance there. When we come to the cards for this Sagittarius New Moon, we have happy news. These oracle cards are very like spiritual, creative. So it's an angel actually saying happy news. It's about our prayers being answered, because we are highly manifesting. We are being the higher octave of Sagittarius. I definitely feel a lot of us will be wishing for things to just get a bit better. Could be wishing for things to get better in the world, you know, about what's happening. We could be wishing for peace. We could be wishing for, you know, to travel. We could be wishing to be more creative, learning. This card is very much a creative card, but I feel it's about like I said in the beginning, any of us wishing for something great. You know, because when I looked at the chart for this, a lot of this energy is in the 4th house, which is about connecting to family, home, roots, childhood as well, but it's also about self-care. So this Sagittarius New Moon, it can come across really and truly like a emotional one, very much an emotional one. So yeah, happy news is abundant for all of us. The second card that we have is helping children. So it's about like our life purpose. We could be guiding, teaching, helping younger people. Sagittarius rules mentoring. It also rules philosophy. So sometimes you do tend to find that a lot of teachers have Sagittarian energy. They could be teaching in the school. They could be teaching university. This card is also to do with our, you know, our future prospects. Definitely about our life purpose. So under this new moon, it's really great to see what our life purpose is, what we are wishing for. We could definitely be seeing lots of changes happening on the job front, the job market. Some of us are starting new jobs, some of us are quitting, some of us are working for ourselves. Some of us, again, are coming to our calling, and that's what this card is actually saying. So yes, but some of you could be helping younger people. This is a great time to be helping people that have lost their way and guiding people too. The last card we have is creative expression, and it's about divine creativity is expressed through our actions. So again, these are very like highly manifesting cards when it comes to creativity. This card is saying like, what do you actually want? Where do you see yourself? It could be between now and 6 months time, or it could be between now and, I don't know, in 2 years time, in a year's time. What do you see yourself doing? These cards feel very futuristic as well. So, I'm going to definitely do something really, I do what, sometimes I don't do anything for new moons or full moons, but I feel that for this one, it feels very powerful and very potent. So I feel it's actually a great time to be doing something quite powerful and potent, wishing for the stars, looking towards the future, also trying to keep ourselves grounded too. So guys, that was my 2 cents worth on a Sagittarius new moon with the cards. And now guys, let's get to the sign. Hello Aries, how are you? Welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius. So you're going to really enjoy this because we have energies that are in your 9th house, Saggy house, and it's a beautiful time to be, setting intentions for learning, any type of learning, higher learning, of course, but studying, traveling as well. And the fact that it trines your North Node, it's like you're going to start seeing where your future lies, where your destiny lies, what you're actually supposed to be doing. With that conjunction to Mars, because you're ruled by Mars anyway, it's going to give you more of a passion, more of a drive, more of an energy. I feel a lot of you are going to be really taking care of and also combining this mind, body and soul connection, really looking after yourself, because this energy can make you do things very fast. It can also make you do things on a whim. You can just pack up and just go places without thinking about not necessarily the consequences, but, oh, actually I got my family, or actually I've got to finish this project, I've got to finish this, I've got to finish that. So it's actually, again, it is a great time to really improve your skill set, your learning skill set. And your beliefs are going to be very broad. It's going to be, everything's going to be like broad horizons as well. And with Neptune, with it squaring Neptune in your 12th, I feel it can make you push more than you should. This energy is asking you to slow down and, more or less like smell the coffee, but also try to think about things before you actually do it. Because your 12th house is very much in tuned, it's very much in tuning with your spirituality, but also it can give you some insights and guidance to what can happen, what you can be doing, what you can really achieve if you put your mind to it. And you're the first sign of the zodiac, so whether you put your mind to it can happen. But you'll be having a bit more of a deeper. Some of it may feel like you may not trust your instincts. Some things may seem too good to be true. You may just, again, do too many things at once and not complete it. But, some of you actually may do many things and end up completing it. But really and truly trust your instincts as well. The card you have is a King of Swords. And, I'm just looking at the sword here. It's like, it's just telling me that you're sort of sharpening your knives to get ready. You're not going to be taking any prisoners. It's like you're going, your direction is very fierce, it's very fast, and you're not going to be taking anything else. You're not going to be, it's not a time that a lot of you Aries are going to be waiting. for anything to, I'm getting harm you, but it might be more that, you know, if anyone's going to be you know, oh, it's not going to work, it's not going to work, you're going to be like, no, it will work. And you're not going to be afraid to say what you think. The swords are very much a communicating sign. So you're going to be definitely, I feel some of you are definitely going your own way. Your mind is sharp. Everything is sharp. Some of you may be the King of Swords, embodying the King of Swords. But yes, it's a strong time, very passionate, strong time for you, Aries. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your Sagittarius New Moon, which is in your 8th house. So this house is about your, you know, shared resources, your debts, loans, rebirth, very much to do with fears as well. So you could be definitely setting intentions into paying off anything that needs to be paid off, but also getting in tuned with your deep emotional self. Definitely, of course, things to do with joint finances as well, and doing some spiritual work, which some of you may be doing now. It might be feel very slow for some of you, might be, because even though Mars is conjuncting Mars in your 8th, still it's going to be bringing this, you know, some of you could actually feel quite stuck with this energy, like nothing's moving, nothing's working. What can I do? How can I fix it? Of course, you know, the energies can be very controlling. You can find yourself very possessive of all these themes. But, and also with the square to Neptune as well, and also the trying to square to Neptune in your 11th, it can make some of you feel that, you know, of course, fears can come up to do with like joint finance, but it could also fears to come up to do with like friendships and your goal setting. I feel some of you may be feeling quite insecure about, you know, where your life direction is heading, that you've got all these obligations, whether it's bills or debts, and you have to be paying them off, and that you're not really, you don't feel you're receiving anything in return. So, and also, even if you're talking to friends, they may not be receptive to like your plight. Remember, Jupiter's in your sign, Taurus, so, you know, things are actually looking up for you, but some of you may be in this mindset. And it might be, you know, because the node in your 12th house is asking you to like really listen to yourself and be more, you know, it is showing that some of you are not going to be very, very open with yourself emotionally. You may want to just hide things, cocoon yourself. But this is great to be talking about what's bothering you, Taurus. This is great to be asking for help. It could be from friends, but also you may find that there's some people that are not supposed to be in your life. Okay? This new moon is a big realization for a lot of you Tauruses. Big wake-up call as well. So the card you have is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is a Virgo card. And it's also an Earth card, which you are, you know, this is an Earth card. So it's saying, obviously, there are, you know, there are endings coming, but there's also new beginnings coming. I feel that some of you do feel bogged down with your finances in any situation. You know, things will definitely work out. I feel that if people owe you, you could be getting a windfall this new moon. Or definitely, I feel that some of you will or have finished paying off anything you need to be paid off. But also looking at yourself and looking at people in your life, there's an ending that's coming. But there's also, this card is about richness. It's also to do with heritage as well. So a lot of you will feel bountiful, but it's only because you're working on yourself as well, and you're starting to see things for what they are and what they're not. Okay, so this new moon, it can feel very emotional, but it's a huge realization as well, Taurus. Okay. Hey Gemini, hope you are well. So this is going to affect the Geminis that are, you know, the last degrees. So it's going to be like June, last degrees of, your Venus Gemini. This is the last degree. Deacon. So this is going to be a bit of a doozy. This is to do with your relationships. This is to do with your, in a way, passions, but also business and personal. This is to do with contracts. So if you are waiting for a contract to get signed or waiting for it to come through, if you're wishing for something on a star, to better your relationships, this could be the new moon to do it. Of course, we have the square to Neptune in your 10th. So, of course, there's some power struggles or power plays when it comes to like your status within your relationship as well. Some of you Geminis could be following the lead in relationships, not really taking action or initiating. Or some of you may be doing that and feeling that, you have to be like this because you're fearing how you are appearing in your relationships as well. But also, especially on the work front too, there could be some clashes with people who you work with, especially if you've got a close relationship with someone. It could be a partner, it could be a boss. This is quite testing times as well. I feel what helps you is like you got the North Node in your 11th house, which is actually really great. It's going to be, it can actually sort of be your saving grace because you've got the Mars conjunction as well in your 7th house, which can actually cause upsets and arguments within your relationships, business and personal. 7th house is an open house enemies thing. So there could be people that coming out of the woodwork saying certain things that you don't like and you rise to debate, and if there's a big drama, big argument. Mars also rules your 11th house as well. So this can actually give you some drive to, if something's not working, to like probably seek relationships in your group circle. But also your energy and also your ambitions are very high, Gemini. So regardless what happens during this new moon, you're getting squared, you're also getting opposed. You have a little bit of reprieve where you can find this is really great to be trying to be more open with your friendships, and your goal set can really change, like your goals in towards how you're viewing your relationship or how you're viewing people that you work with. A lot of things are very much under review here, Geminis. I feel that you want to be very much thinking deeply, and some people may be surprised what you're coming out with. The card you got is the Page of Wands. So this is a very young card, but I feel that this card is telling me some of you actually may be the Page of, whenever we see like a character, I feel some of you may be embodying that. So some of you may definitely be the Page of Wands, embodying it, not afraid to go again, a bit like Aries, not afraid to go your own way. You're going to be, I feel some of you will be traveling as well under this new moon. You could be traveling to see someone. You could be traveling to get a connection with someone. You could definitely be doing some creative work because under this new moon, there is some creativity that's happening too. But also, there's also feels very much like a fearlessness as well. So there's this energy and fire of fearlessness, of wanting change, and change will come because you're going to be initiating it. And remember, a lot of this change can be very fast as well. Okay. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius, where this energy is towards your, I was going to say goals. It could be goals, your working goals, your pets, your daily habits, your working life, your employment, your health and fitness. And, you got Mars there as well. So again, Cancers, we come through this every year. Okay, whether it's a full moon or it's a new moon, wherever the moon goes, you are very sensitive towards it. But again, Cancer, a great time to be getting back on that healthy train, healthy wagon, cutting out stuff, it may not be easy because, you know, the conjunction to Mars can actually make you, actually it could be easy for some of you because the conjunction to Mars may actually make you be a bit more fierce. Some of you could actually be feeling quite lonely. So this is great to work in a group to do some fitness work. It could be online, because Sagittarius, some of you Cancers who are doing high intensity, you may want to do like yoga. Cause remember, it's party season. So you may want to do things like yoga, Tai Chi, Pilates. Some of you might want to take it a bit slow because I feel that a lot of you are going to be very busy. You know, the square in your ninth house is actually going to be opening your mind, your belief system. It's going to actually bring a lot of you to be a bit more spiritual, you know, because Saturn is now direct. But with the Neptune square in your ninth, it's like bringing you a bit more in tune with your mind, body and soul. Even when it comes to like your work, you know, some of you could actually be changing employment. Employment can come to you, but still there can be some massive changes going on there. And, you know, if you've been working really hard, your workload, it may increase or it might decrease because you Cancers may even find your calling during this new moon. The card you got is a Knight of Wands. So there's some messages coming. It could be emails, texting, a lot of work that needs to be done and fixed. Again, like I said, it could be changes within jobs. You're speaking to bosses, speaking to future employees. But also, you yourself could be, again, getting some spiritual downloads about your habits, about your eating habits, your fitness habits as well. This is great that a lot of you may even start writing more, could be publishing, but writing, setting out a plan for yourself, just really taking care of yourself, Cancers. Again, it might be easy for some, but it might not be easy for all because it's a rush season, it's a party season. You might want to really try and plan and strategize what you're doing each day because of the craziness and the hustle and bustle. Okay. Hello, my Leos. How are you? So, Leos, you're going to be very benefiting from this because this new moon is in your 5th house. And fun house, you know, you're ruled by the 5th house. So you're going to have all of these fun themes, like most of the signs, you know. A lot of you maybe want to be just getting out there, having fun, you know, getting a babysitter to look after the kids if you have any, really dressing up. You know, if Mars being there as well, it's like, bam, I'm going to show what I've got. It could be you showing like what type of creativity you got. It could be you showing, like a lot of people, like, this is what we can achieve, this is what we can do. You know, you guys, like the cardinal signs, are like the leaders of the zodiac. So it's like whatever you do, people really and truly tend to follow. You got the square to Neptune in your 8th, which can bring doubts. It can bring you having to really look at like your spending habits as well, because the 5th house, it does mean that you can overspend, you can gamble, so you may have to really try and rein things in. A lot of this energy also, Leos, can bring some fears about past issues. It could be bringing fears about, you know, you feeling, are you creative enough? Are you not creative enough? Your drive and energy, you know, you might be mindful of trying not burning yourself out, Leos, because it can happen easily, like all the fire signs. But it's a fun time. It's really a fun time, Leo. It's like a fun time to really go for what you want. It's like what I said in the beginning of the Sagittarius thing. If you can check it out, if you've listened to it, that, you know, manifestation is really high now. We just have to be very careful that we don't overestimate. And the 8th house square to Neptune, it can bring some deception along the way about your overspending habits or any things that you haven't dealt with as well. And definitely could be related to your creativity. When we come to your cards, you've got the 4 of Wands. This is a lovely card. Okay, the 4 is about you know, having to be putting the work in. But this is a fire card. This card is about you really going for it. This card is about creativity. It's about fire, ambition, energy. I feel a lot of you Leos, you know, this card is saying this is like the right time to be doing what you need to do. And any fears or issues that come your way during this new moon, it's time to really deal with it and not just brush it under the table and, you know, putting lipstick on it and, you know, fluffing out that hair. Oh, I don't have time to deal with it, because this new moon is calling forth as well. Anything you have to pay off, anything that you have to pay, anything you have to invest in, this is a great time to be doing it. But also look, remember, there's always a day called tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, but still, Leo, it's a really fun time to be, you know, I can see a lot of you just being a bit more teenagery and just, you know, really going for it. And I feel a lot of you can definitely create some brilliant work at this time. And also listening to your psychic ability, because a lot of you do have it. Okay. Hey Virgo, how are you? Welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius. So Virgo, this is in your 4th house. If any of you Virgos are like late degree, so if you are, yeah, just a late degree Virgos, you're going to be feeling this. Yeah, it's in your 4th, and, you know, again, Virgos, we see this every year, okay? It's like, 1 minute you're out and about, and next minute you have to go within. And this is the time to be going within. This is the time where a lot of you Virgos are going to be probably wanting to be more closer to home. Wanting to, you know, decorating the home with Christmas decorations, like I'll be doing. Decorating the home. Cooking more. Spending more time with family. Spending more time appreciating what you have as well. Taking care of yourself. And, you know, the square to your 7th house, Neptune, it can, of course, I feel it can bring up some, like, past arguments, deception along the way when it comes to your relationship, how you thought the relationship was to how compared it is now. And, you know, with Mars when it conjuncts Mars as well, you know, just be mindful of any drama at home. Be mindful of any power plays at home. Like, you may want something a certain way and your partner or your family don't. So this can cause like big dramatization. This new moon is also showing me, Virgos, that, you know, family from the past can come back. Family from the past can come back, which may bring more chaos than not. It really does depend on what's going on in your chart. Remember, this is a general. But, you know, Virgo, it's about being prepared. It's about being prepared. And this is like just before like Christmas. So I feel that some of you may want to be keeping your head down, just trying to get certain stuff done before the Christmas comes. So this full moon, new moon, was a great preparation for that. But just also be prepared for like drama in the family too. Okay. And also this could bring drama in your relationships as well. Like, I feel that certain things that were not said or brought up, it can be brought up as well. So the card you have is the 7 of Pentacles. And this is an Earth card and your Earth sign. So this is showing me that although I feel some of you will be having your head down, there's still work to be done. I feel a lot of you are going to be looking at, some of you definitely, because the 4th house is about, you know, family, home and buying and selling. So some of you that may be something that's going on. You could be having in discussions with family about buying a home or selling a home or remortgaging. But I feel that if that is happening, there is something to do with you having to invest more as well, and getting like your partner or getting people on board. It could be quite hard. So you may feel that you're doing everything by yourself. So that's one of the reasons why I feel some of you may be just shutting off and keeping your head down, because if you say something, you know what's going to be happening. But But I feel with this card is saying you need to say what you have to say, Virgos. Don't be afraid. It's not like you're scared, but I just think you want the peace. In order to get peace in our lives, we have to say things. Okay? You're like all the other earth signs, don't want to rock the boat. Now is that time for you saying it. It's Christmas. Okay? So yes, there's a lot of investments that could be made within the home. Or even you could be just like buying up new stuff in the home. You could be fixing the home. You could be really fired up and thinking, okay, we need new furniture. We need to tidy up more. We need to decorate more. You definitely could be fired up now. Okay? So it's a very busy time for you, Virgo. Hey, Libra. Welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius, where it's going to be, you definitely, like the air signs, will enjoy this. This is in your third house. And yes, this is in a time where you're going to be, probably like every year for every Christmas, you're going to be going out, enjoying yourself, learning, going short distance traveling. You could be going to different parties, networking with different people, doing lots of writing, communicating. With a square to Neptune, yes, it can make your schedule is a little bit crazy. You may find that some of you could miss appointments, some of you could miss like deadlines. Some of you may really struggle to get really organized with your daily habits and daily schedules. I can see a lot of Librans, some Librans actually eating and working at the same time, not really concentrating on what they're actually doing. This energy feels very rushed because you got the Mars conjunction as well. So there could be this energy of you guys doing way too much, doing things on a whim. It could be like not thinking about what you're saying as well. Some of you Librans may get into some arguments, which might feel quite new for some of you. It's because you've got some stuff. It's not that you're going to argue for the sake of it. They're just things that you need to say. But this new moon is really great if you want to do some short distance travel or do some like a short course or start up a blog. Just know that when it comes to like your daily routine, you're going to have to probably put a lot more work in because there can be some stuff that's missing. You may overestimate what you're doing and you find out that actually I need to keep on top of things, because I've missed this out, I missed that out. The card you got is the Empress card, which is a lovely card. Number 3 card as well, which is the third house for you. The Empress card is just saying basically really take care of yourself. Try to listen to your mind, body and soul, because the 6th house, the square to 6th house is about your body, your physical body, your work routine, your employment as well. So if you do get like opportunities, you're getting interviews, you're getting callbacks, just like it might be really great to write it down so you don't get confused or you're you're talking to this employee and you call them as someone else instead. So it's really great to be writing stuff down and ticking off what you need to do, but also taking care of yourself, having like nice baths, using essential oils, doing breath work, because this is a busy period for you. Busy period is in it's Christmas time. It's come to Christmas, so you're gonna be on Zoom. So yeah, slowing down, but also you're gonna be enjoying yourself. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? So Scorpio, this new moon in Sagittarius is in your 2nd house of income, your self-worth, what you're investing in. I was going to say shared resources. You're ruled by shared resources. But yes, a lot of money, lots of building wealth as well. So this new moon can definitely see, because with the Mars conjunction, and because you're ruled by Mars, and Mars is also ruled by your 6th house, it can see a lot of you, I can see a lot of you Scorpions really taking, some of you could be taking your time, but some of you could be investing in different types of new, it could be workouts, could be different, changing gyms, but you could also be investing in some type of creative project. The square to Neptune in your fifth, it can cause you to overspend. There could be money that just keeps going out and you don't know where it's going. You could also just be overly generous. Some of you could be very overly generous. And then it's like, oh, where did that go? Where did that money go? Oh, what about saving something for a rainy day? So there could be funds that just leave you. You could be, again, overestimated. It could be gambling and yeah, nothing wrong with being generous, Scorpio, but you just have to be mindful of what you are invested in. Also, another theme during this, because again, you're ruled by Mars, is that it can see some of you, being invested in different types of projects as well. It could be you changing, some of you could go into banking, agriculture, or just doing something within the astrology world. Of course, a lot of this will boost some of your self-esteem, but it's not about jumping on the bandwagon. It's about doing something that you really enjoy. Second house is also do what you're eating as well, what you consume. So really take your time, okay? Because you don't want to be rushing into anything. And even if someone tries to talk you into anything, Scorpio, just, really take your time. Because Neptune in your fifth house has made some of you, like your love life is, some of it might be non-existent. Some of it you might be dating people that are they could be addicted to stuff. You could also be addicted to things that are not healthy yourself. Okay. So the card you got is a Page of Pentacles, which is very much a youthful card. So I feel that some of you will be looking at your money budgeting and what you're investing in, what you're spending, and because it's such a youthful, I feel some of you may be doing some stuff from scratch. Really looking at things. I feel it's really great to be getting a second opinion, Scorpios. I don't know why. I just feel that a second opinion might really help you with this energy, because you could be doing things very quickly and after not realizing the impact it can have on your future. And remember, a lot of this is about self-esteem. So I feel that some of you may be doing it because you're feeling this is the right thing to do, but I feel that sometimes you just have to get a second opinion on things, especially when it comes to investing your money. Okay? Hello, Saggies. How are you? Welcome to your new moon. Happy solar return. Happy new moon return for any of you Saggies. So, big one for you, Saggy. We see you every year. A lot of you come every year. And yeah, great time to be, setting new intentions between now and next 6 months, or the next time it's your, birthday. But yes, this is a new moon, but just square your fourth. It is conjuncting Mars. That's in your sign. So yeah, I can see some of you Sagittarius working out hard, taking care of yourself, probably going on planning for short, long distance trips, learning a new language, a new course. Some of you could be being really inspired right now to take care of yourself, and obviously there might be some drama at home because Neptune's squaring your fourth. I feel some of you may be looking at your home surroundings and seeing what actually needs to be fixed. Because this is going to be affecting the late degrees, Sagittarius, and all the mutable signs that are late degrees going to be affecting. So I feel I can see some of you just looking at your home, seeing what needs to be done, but also You could be veering off course because, you know, you're want to be taking care of like stuff to do with like your career, your family, your relationships. There could be big changes that happen there too. New beginnings that could be happening as well. And I think, you know, because Saturn's in your fourth house as well, so some of you definitely feel it. Sorry, some of you definitely feel this swift change. And some of these changes may not be to some of your liking because, you know, the squares to the home life, you know, there's new beginnings happening at home. Some of you may want to, you know, move home, but there's drama there, like you need to contact the builders, you need to be decorating, and, you know, things may seem to be set in stone, but then there's always this little niggle of, you know, the plumbing needs to be done, and especially if you're investing and building homes as well, Sagittarius. I can see a lot of you being quite impatient during this new moon. You could definitely be shooting from the hip, saying what you think. It may come across as quite aggressive, what you're saying, but just like, this needs to be done right now. Because if it's not done, I'm going to take you to court and you're going to sue you for everything. Things like that. I'm not saying you're going to do it, but some stuff like that, because you just need things done. So yeah, so Neptune square in your fourth, it can bring a lot of things that are not seen, that are hidden. When we come to your card, you've got the Ten of Swords, which is not an easy card. Not easy card, Sagittarius. It is a card that is, you know, some of you could feel like stuck. Some of you could feel like something is stabbing you in the back. Some of you could feel like there's sabotage along the way. And I feel if you're feeling like that in any sense of your life, whether it's your relationships, your career, your job, it will be seen. It will be seen. I feel that the energy that you guys are projecting with this new moon, it's got good, but it's also got energy that is not seen. That can be quite crazy. It can be very frustrating. You're going to be nipping it in the bud. But sometimes we just have to go through the worst to get through the best. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with a lot of you Sagittarius during this new moon. Of course, you know, if it too shall pass. But yeah, just keep your eyes open, keep your wits about you, and, you know, don't be blinded by what's not seen. Hello Capricorn, how are you? So Capricorn, this new moon in Sagittarius is in your 12th house. And I'll keep saying it, every year we revisit this, but this is a time where, yes, a lot of you will be being busy, keeping busy, especially with Mars being there. You're going to be keeping busy. But also it's time to rest as well. Not forgetting to listen to our mind, body and soul. Some of you Capricorns might be very spiritual. Become very spiritual. Like, you know what? It's coming up to Christmas. I need to take deep breaths. I need to relax. So why not start meditating? Why not start reading more philosophy books, learning, being creative, doing things that no one else will put you in, if you know what I mean. Like, some people may not know that you're very creative, so you might start being creative now. Some of you may not. Some of you may decide you want to like study law. You want to get something published. You may start writing. This is a great time to be writing down your feelings, because with Sagittarius ruling your 12th house, it can bring, especially the square to your 3rd house with Neptune there. This can make a lot of you feel very, you know, overwhelmed. There could be a lot of you, some of you could be feeling very overwhelmed at home. You may decide that you want to like have like a party with some close family friends, but then you have so much to do. You know, there could be squabbles at home. There could be, you know, the decorations are not done, Christmas trees not put up. You know, you could be very much doing so many things. You may not have time to breathe. You may not have a lot of time for yourself. This new moon is saying, even though it's going to be very busy, it's great to be setting intentions for stuff that, there's hidden stuff that's coming up that you may definitely be interested in. The Neptune square to your mind, the third house, it can bring this overwhelmed feeling that, you're not taking that breath, you're not taking that time for yourself, you're not speaking your truth, you're not writing your truth. Some of you may find that you're not articulating yourself as well. You may feel this is a time where some of you may feel extra sensitive to your mind, your surroundings. That's why things like meditation and doing lots of like deep breath work or just reading, drawing will be really helpful to you right now, because you could be taking so much in that you may find it hard to just articulate your real feelings. So the card that you have is the Magician. And the Magician, it depends on what's going on in your life, but the Magician is actually a Mercury card, it's Gemini card, and it's Gemini or Virgo. But it's a very high octave card. It's like great manifestations. Like this card is saying, you know what to do, Capricorns, but you just need to listen to yourself. You know that there are some things and stuff that you may want to accomplish during this new moon, but try not to do it all at once. Try to take your time. This is a manifestation card, so with Neptune square in your third, it is also showing where you can like write down your dreams and your aims, and it could be before, because some people actually write their New Year's resolutions before. So you could be writing down your New Year's resolutions, making big strong wishes for next year, what you'd like to accomplish next year. Even if it feels like it won't work, just write it down, because you could get a lot of messages coming through now. Okay, so yeah, big time for you. Hey Aquarius, how are you? So welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius card, which is in your 11th house. So obviously, Aquarius, you're very familiar with this house. So yes, 11th house, things are being played out big time for you. Especially with the conjunction to Mars. You again, I say it for all the signs, but you revisit this every year. But with the conjunction to Mars, it's making you very ambitious. It's making you really go for what you want. It's making you say what you want, say how you feel, making new friends, networking like crazy. I feel some of you will be going out and about, dressing differently. Some of you could be going on short distance travel. Some of you could also there could be changes within your job, changes within your career, because Mars also rules your 10th house as well. So I feel that some of you may just say what you think to a boss or an employer. Your status can definitely change, but there's a huge confidence, because some of you Aquarians may not want to bite the bullet when you're talking to people, but this new moon might be thinking, no, I need to say what I need to say, because there's some injustice in the world, there's some unfairness there. You could be like the leader of a new group, joining like protests and joining like new humanitarian group, but also your goals. I feel that a lot of this may inspire a lot of you to be changing up your goals, switching things up in a way, even though you're a fixed sign. Neptune to the square to your second house, it can bring some drama with money, it can bring some money troubles, it can make some of you, again, there could be overspending, but also lack of funds. So, I'm not saying you're going to be asking your friends for money, but just like you may be finding different ways to be earning money. That's why your goals will really help you if you align yourself with like people that can help. It's always good, not you're using people, but just, especially if you're looking for a new job, there may be someone that can line you up with hook you up with a new job, hook you up with just something new. If you're feeling like the pinch, because a lot of you could feel the pinch with this square to your second house. And also, there's stuff you want to buy, there's stuff you may want to invest in. You may not have it. Well, some of you may have the funds, but you have to be very mindful of putting money and friends, it doesn't always go the way. If you are joining like a new, I don't know, like a new art class, or and you want to invest in it, really do your research, because you could be putting money in, and after, if you find that it's some frauding, something like that. So the card that you have is the Three of Cups, celebration card. Like what I said, a lot of you definitely could be celebrating. So it could be a windfall. Some of you could get a windfall. Some of you could, wish, oh, I wish I had this money to do this. And if it comes through a secret beneficiary, someone who knows someone could hook you up, anything like that. You could have invested in a group or organization. Nothing didn't, it just makes a lot of money. It could be through crowdfunding. It could be through, it could be for anything like that. So, but also you could be definitely hanging out more with different people that will like give you rich experiences, and especially they might even like what you're saying. It makes me feel with a lot of you Aquarians, like what you say could be the right thing, even though it may sound very crazy to some people. It might be sounding a bit too mouthy to some people. Some people may actually like what you say. So yeah, the Three of Cups is actually a good card for you this new moon. And hello, my patient Pisces. This new moon is, welcome to your Sagittarius New Moon. You're going to be feeling, especially if you're like last degrees of Pisces. Your last degrees Pisces, you're going to be feeling this. This is in your 10th house of career and social standing, your status, bosses, your status changing and everything. Yes, it does square you. You got the square to like Neptune in your first house, and the conjunction in Mars, which not only just rules your second, but it also rules your ninth house. So Pisces, because Saturn's in your sign, I feel some of you may have felt, again, restricted in some way, but I feel some of you may have also, gotten, things may have been a bit quiet. I feel some of you are really waiting until the sun or new moon enters your 10th house, because it squares you, because you're co-ruled by Jupiter. It actually helps and benefits you. So I feel this new moon is great if a lot of you are, i.e., looking for a new job. If things haven't gone the way that it should, things start to pile high now. You're very busy. I feel some of you could be earning a bit more money now, especially the conjunction to Mars in your second. Conjunction to Mars is Sagittarius in your 10th. I feel a lot of you are going to be more seen, more than ever. I feel that, your status has definitely changed because of Saturn in your sign. Some of you may be, I don't know, maybe married now, could be pregnant. Some of you could also be just looking for something different, and it could come, because it feels like whenever the sun enters Saggy, it's like a very highly manifestation month for you guys. It's like whatever you wish, it happens. So just try and remember that, Pisces. Try and remember that, things, sometimes there are some months that I felt it well. Some months are very quiet. Some months things just do not work out. But for some reason, when it hits Saggy, or even Saggy season, things just start to get better. Yeah. So really make this work. Really go for it, Pisces. And with Mars ruling your ninth as well, like your philosophy, your beliefs will change about certain jobs. There might be one thing you've believed in, and after you find that actually this was not the role for me, this was not the job for me. This was actually the person was being too nice, and I believed it, and now I'm actually seeing the real thing for what it is. So yeah, it's great if you guys earn, or wishing to earn more money, wishing for a better position, wishing for a new job, wishing for a different boss, those types of things. But yeah, the card you got the Five of Pentacles. Even though Five of Pentacles is not like it is about having loss. So I feel that some of you may be afraid that, even though I feel some of you will be your money, your finances will change and your job will change. And you may be feeling very, just be mindful of how much you're spending, because you know you may come into money, and just be mindful of how much you're spending, because you may be overspending, because you know it's Christmas season and you find that you've got a lot of bills to pay afterwards, like in the new year. Yeah, I just feel that this card is about loss, but I feel that some of you could lose if you overestimate, if you believe something at face value. If something seems too good to be true, sometimes it is. Even sometimes if something is not great at your job or with your boss, it does get better, because as you know, it is a busy season. People tend to get very stressed. People tend to get very ill. So you may feel that you're not worthy enough, but you actually are. The fact that people keep asking for you. Okay, if that makes sense to you, Pisces. But yes, yeah, this card is of loss, but it's also, I feel some of you may need to really get your ducks in a row, not overspend, really keep something for a rainy day. So in January, you're not feeling that huge loss. Okay. So guys, that was the new moon in Sagittarius for all the signs. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This is the last new moon of the year. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Thank you for your comments, your shares, your likes. Thank you also for my new subscribers and my old ones. And happy new moon. And I will see you when it's the full moon in Cancer. Thank you. Bye.